If you are remodeling your kitchen or replacing an old cooking appliance, you face a major decision between modern technology and traditional setups. On one hand sits high-tech induction, and on the other, classic gas ranges. This choice goes far beyond kitchen countertop aesthetics. It directly impacts your household safety, cooking efficiency, daily cleanup routines, and the overall upfront expenses you will need to budget for your home. Which heating technology truly makes sense for your daily cooking routine? Despite all the current marketing trends and online hype, the most praised option is not always the best fit for every household. To compare both options properly, we must understand how they operate. A gas range burns natural gas or propane with an open flame, while an induction cooktop heats the cookware directly using electromagnetic induction. In practice, gas burners transfer heat into surrounding air and heavy grates first, directing only 30 to 40% of energy into the pan. Induction bypasses the air entirely, using magnetic fields to deliver 85 to 90% of heat directly into the bottom of the pot. This structural difference changes everything from your electrical requirements to the cookware you can use every day. Let us break down both technologies across safety, daily maintenance, initial purchase price, and long-term operating costs. According to the United States Department of Energy, induction technology is exceptionally efficient, transferring between 85 and 90% of its generated heat directly to the cookware. This means significantly less wasted thermal energy in your kitchen during daily meal preparation. In contrast, standard gas ranges operate with noticeably low energy efficiency, transferring only 30 to 40% of generated heat into the cookware. The remaining thermal energy escapes into the ambient kitchen air, resulting in slower heating and warmer room temperatures. On the safety front, induction cooktops eliminate open flames and exposed heating coils entirely. Because the glass ceramic surface only absorbs return heat from the pan and features automatic shut-off when cookware is removed, the risk of accidental burns and fabric ignition is substantially reduced. Gas stoves, on the other hand, operate with continuous open flames, presenting inherent risks of igniting clothing or nearby kitchen items. Furthermore, they carry potential hazards from unburned gas leaks and indoor emissions of nitrogen dioxide and carbon monoxide, monitored closely by the Consumer Product Safety Commission. However, safety ultimately depends on user behavior. According to the National Fire Protection Association, ranges and cooktops are involved in 53% of reported home cooking fires and 88% of civilian cooking fire deaths. Unattended cooking remains the primary cause of kitchen fires across the country, regardless of the heat source used. When looking at purchase prices, induction ranges require a higher initial budget, with entry models typically starting between $1,000 and $1,250. You also need ferromagnetic cookware like cast iron or magnetic stainless steel, plus a dedicated 240-volt electrical outlet. Gas models are much more budget-friendly upfront, with basic units starting between $500 and $600 in the American market. Additionally, gas accepts any cookware material you already own, including pure aluminum, copper, ceramic, or heat-resistant glass vessels, requiring no replacements. Daily maintenance is where induction clearly excels. Its continuous glass ceramic surface does not get as hot as traditional stoves, which prevents spilled liquids and grease from burning onto the top. A quick wipe with a damp cloth or non-abrasive cleaner easily leaves it spotless. Cleaning a gas stove requires significantly more effort, as you must disassemble heavy cast iron grates, burner caps, and heads. In addition, food residue and grease frequently burn and bake onto the metal base under the open flame, requiring routine scrubbing to clear clogged gas ports. Long-term durability also reveals notable differences between the two systems. Traditional gas ranges typically last 15 to 20 years with simple, inexpensive replacement parts for ignition systems. Induction models have an average lifespan of 12 to 18 years, requiring fewer repairs overall. But electronic boards or broken glass tops cost substantially more to fix. Indoor air quality is another crucial consideration for modern homeowners. Because induction utilizes pure electric power without burning fuel, it generates zero combustion byproducts like carbon monoxide or nitrogen dioxide, helping keep indoor living spaces cleaner and safer during extensive everyday cooking sessions. Conversely, burning natural gas or propane continuously releases emissions such as nitrogen dioxide and carbon monoxide directly into your home. These combustion byproducts have prompted safety monitoring and consumer guidance from federal agencies like the Consumer Product Safety Commission regarding proper kitchen ventilation. Regardless of whether you cook with gas or induction, maintaining proper ventilation remains essential in any kitchen. Cooking at high heat produces grease particles and steam no matter which appliance you use. Operating a range hood and keeping a close eye on your cookware are fundamental practices to prevent domestic cooking hazards. For home cooks who prioritize traditional culinary techniques, the open flame of a gas range offers unique versatility. It accommodates round-bottom woks, allows direct charring over the flame, and works seamlessly with all types of classic cookware without interrupting heat delivery. With induction, energy transfer relies strictly on direct magnetic contact with flat-bottomed ferromagnetic pans. If you lift the skillet to toss ingredients or attempt to use non-magnetic ceramic, glass, or pure copper pans, the electromagnetic connection cuts off and heating stops immediately. In summary, neither technology is a universal winner for everyone. Induction delivers superior energy efficiency, effortless cleaning, and modern safety features, while gas provides lower upfront purchase prices, universal cookware compatibility, and familiar flame cooking. Let us look closely at which profile best matches your household needs. Weighing both options directly comes down to balancing high efficiency, rapid heating, and safety against the lower initial cost and broad cookware flexibility of a traditional gas range. On one side, you have an advanced system that requires a higher initial investment, but provides unmatched energy efficiency and quick cleanup. On the other, a dependable classic that costs less upfront, uses simple replacement parts, and works with every pot in your kitchen. Let us now examine the key technical indicators and practical differences side by side. Looking at operating expenses, the Department of Energy notes that while induction is up to 3 times more energy efficient, monthly cooking costs in the United States remain relatively similar, as residential electricity generally costs more per unit of energy than natural gas. If you want maximum safety against surface burns, a cooler kitchen environment, and the convenience of wiping your cooktop clean in seconds, an induction stove is easily the most rewarding modern upgrade for your home. However, if you live in a rental property without dedicated electrical wiring, prefer using your existing copper or aluminum cookware, and want to keep your initial appliance costs around $500 to $600, gas remains an exceptionally practical choice. Your actual cooking frequency should also guide your purchase. If you prepare home-cooked meals every single day, the superior thermal speed and effortless cleanup of an induction unit will deliver immediate daily satisfaction. For occasional or light cooking, the low initial purchase cost of a standard gas range might represent a more practical investment. The deciding factor for many homeowners ultimately comes down to whether their kitchen already has a dedicated 240-volt outlet installed. Evaluating the overall value, if your home lacks the electrical capacity for an induction setup and rewiring is impractical, gas offers a straightforward solution. But if your panel already supports a dedicated circuit, induction is hard to beat for heating speed, kitchen safety, and effortless daily maintenance. If this technical comparison helped clarify your choice between gas and induction cooktops, please leave a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe so you do not miss our upcoming breakdown comparing electric and gas ovens. And if you have any questions about 240-volt electrical installation, cookware compatibility, or energy costs, drop them in the comments below, and we will cover them in our next guide.